So let's share a little bit about the basics of a student information system and a learning management system in this video. So stand by, we're going to jump right to these hand drawings to kind of explain some of the differences. So here we have really kind of drawn out on our screen here, we're going to draw out a SIS and an LMS. And let's talk a little bit, first of all, of what these two things do for the user environment. Especially now we're really talking a lot about the educational space here. So a SIS really handles like your schedule, for example. It's going to give you reporting for registrar type of stuff, or from an administrative managing an environment. A SIS is very helpful. From a student environment, your schedule, you're going to sign up for your classes. All of those type of things really are run inside of a student information system, where learning management system is really focused on content, right, and testing. Of course, this section over here has the actual people, right, the names of the people, and report cards, credentials, things like that. Certifications, not credentials, certification. So you'll have testing, but there'll be a link between these for, let's just say grades. Here, in fact, probably better we just put in grades here. And then there's a link tied between these two, right? You're going to do testing within your learning management system, and then you're going to submit those grades here because this goes into, the final certificate of whatever that looks like, or degree. So those are kind of the main differences between a SIS and an LMS. So if your environment is using a SIS, you'll know it because you schedule things on the web, things of that nature. But how do they kind of communicate together? So it's very important to understand that in between these two environments exists, we'll just draw it here as a pipe, and we'll call it an API. And within this environment here, this API basically allows for the connectivity of two-way traffic between the LMS and the SIS. And it's collecting all of the information that you need so that when you take and download content and do tests and things of that nature, so here you're going to have downloads, for example. And also you may have assignments over here. So it's all really class oriented. But as you're doing all of these things, the API here is keeping everything up to date so that you're always where you need to be. So, you know that you're getting the right information when you, for example, when you complete a class over here within the LMS, does that class then appear for your little profile as completed over here in the SIS? And the answer to the question is yes, it absolutely does appear over there, and we can go ahead and make sure that you get credit for that class. So why is this important to understand? The key here is that we want to make sure that when you take tests and do your work over here in the LMS, that you're receiving, and that you have confidence that you're receiving that credit inside of the SIS. Now, the SIS, the people themselves, may actually be linked to another system that's sitting over here, that may be a server in your environment, or very possibly could be a cloud environment where all of those names are, where all those people's names are. So you just kind of need to realize that the information that the SIS establishes, or the information, I guess, that the SIS has, it has relationships to multiple environments. So for example, in this people, although we drew it here with a line, if we were to take that line out, it's going to be just like here with an API call. So we're going to have a connector, what we would call a connector, in between these, as an API tunnel that we can go ahead and move data back and forth. Now, in this case, we may be pulling data only from here and not pushing data in. So here we may be pulling and pushing data to our SIS and LMS to kind of keep it in a synchronized state. But here from the server itself, where the people exist, right? These are all of your people, all of your names. That's going to connect via here in API. And you can build these kind of connections out to lots of different things. Let's say, for example, this is another school that you're going to attend or want to attend. All this information is held within the SIS as well. So when you go to another program somewhere else, we're going to connect directly from this SIS. We're going to connect directly down. I don't know if I can do this without messing up my other drawing, but we're going to connect directly down into this SIS of whatever that university is using through an API call or some sort of connection where we can download your information, your specific information from your SIS directly into the other university.